Japan's oldest doctor lived to 105, and even past 100, he was still seeing patients, with steady hands and a gentle smile. No pills, no strict diets, just 5 quiet habits he followed every day, habits that kept him light on his feet, clear in his mind, and full of joy. Before he passed, he shared those daily choices. And now researchers believe they may help you stay stronger, steadier, and more independent after 60. So in this video, we'll explore the daily rhythm of a man who quietly defied aging, not through luck, but through simple habits anyone can begin, starting today. What Japan's oldest doctor can still teach us. In the US, the average lifespan is 76, but in Okinawa, Japan, it's 84, and many people there live past 100, still moving, still cooking, still enjoying life. Their secret isn't found in expensive therapies or miracle supplements. It lies in what they eat and how they live. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, one of Japan's most beloved physicians, lived to 105. He continued working until age 100. And when people asked him the secret, he smiled and pointed to simple things: light meals, a steady daily rhythm, and joy in the little moments. So in this video, we're going to explore 5 principles he followed. Practical, peaceful habits that can help boost your energy, improve digestion, and protect your clarity after 60. Let's start with the first one. It's a quiet shift that changed everything for Dr. Hinohara, and it might just do the same for you. Overeating and ignoring, Harachi Buu. Let's begin with something that seems simple: how much we eat. In many Western cultures, we're encouraged to eat until we feel full. A clean plate means a good meal. Bigger portions are seen as better value. But in Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the longest living people on Earth, there's a different mindset entirely. They follow a tradition called Harachi Buu, which means eating until you're just 80% full. Why does that matter? Because stopping at 80% gives your body a chance to digest more gently, avoid excess calories, and reduce the wear and tear that overeating can place on your organs. It also helps lower inflammation and maintain a healthy weight without dieting. Even the U.S. National Institute on Aging has noted that moderate calorie reduction is linked to longer life and better metabolic health. Dr. Hinohara lived by this rule. He believed in light meals, slow eating, and stopping when there was still a little room left. Not because he was denying himself, but because he was listening to his body. Take Helen, age 68. Like many people from her generation, she grew up hearing the phrase, "Don't waste food." So for much of her life, she made a habit of finishing everything on her plate, even when she was already full. Over time, that small habit began to take a toll. Meals left her feeling heavy, afternoons felt sluggish, and her sleep became more restless than before. Then she learned about Harachi Buu. She started pausing halfway through meals, asking herself, "Am I still truly hungry, or am I just used to finishing everything?" Slowly, her habits changed. She felt lighter, more energized, and surprisingly, she enjoyed her meals more. You can try this tonight. Eat slowly, breathe between bites, and when you sense you're about 70% full, give yourself permission to stop. That simple pause might be one of the most powerful longevity habits you ever try. Ignoring plant-based protein and legumes. Let's talk about protein, a nutrient essential for strength, muscle repair, and aging well. In the West, when people think of protein, they usually think of meat. Chicken, beef, maybe fish. But in Okinawa, where so many people live past 100, most of their protein doesn't come from meat at all. It comes from plants, especially soybeans. Tofu, miso, natto, edamame. These aren't just side dishes in Japan. They're part of daily life. And they do more than just fill you up. Soy-based foods are complete proteins, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs. They're also rich in isoflavones, which reduce inflammation and support heart health. Plus, they offer prebiotic fiber to nourish your gut bacteria. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular soy consumption helps lower LDL cholesterol, improve bone density, and even reduce the risk of cognitive decline in older adults. Dr. Hinohara ate tofu nearly every day. He believed it kept his arteries clear and his digestion steady, even into his 90s. Frank, now 73, had stayed away from soy for most of his life. He'd heard the common rumor that it might raise estrogen levels in men, and that was enough to make him cautious. But one afternoon, he came across a documentary about long-living Japanese elders, and it made him pause. Curious, he decided to try something different. A couple of times a week, he swapped out red meat for a tofu stir-fry with bok choy, garlic, and ginger. It was simple, easy on his stomach, and to his surprise, full of flavor. Within 3 weeks, his blood pressure dropped, his joints ached less, and he no longer needed his afternoon naps. The point isn't that you have to stop eating meat. It's more about creating balance. Adding lentils, black beans, or a bit of tofu to your meals just once or twice a week can be a gentle way to support your health. Many people find that their digestion improves, their energy feels steadier, and sometimes even small changes like this can make a noticeable difference. And next, we'll look at one of Japan's most powerful secrets for gut health and graceful aging, hidden in a warm, fermented bowl of comfort. Skipping fermented foods. Now let's explore one of the quietest yet most powerful longevity secrets in Japanese culture: fermented foods. Rather than turning to pills or supplements, many older adults in Japan lean on something more rooted in tradition, a quiet, nurturing habit that supports the body from within. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara began each day with a warm bowl of miso soup. For him, it wasn't just breakfast. It was a gentle ritual, something that helped restore balance, bring comfort, and start the morning with intention. In Okinawa, fermented foods like miso, natto, pickled vegetables, and seaweed are part of nearly every meal. They're full of live probiotics that feed the gut, natural enzymes that support digestion, and anti-inflammatory compounds that help protect the brain, joints, and immune system. In the West, many older adults turn to probiotic capsules. But the truth is, real fermented foods offer something those pills often don't: the synergy of living bacteria with whole food nutrients working together in harmony. Claire is 70, a retired librarian who always loved quiet mornings and a good book. But for years, she had been dealing with a frustrating pattern: bloating after meals, slow digestion, and that uncomfortable heaviness that seemed to follow her through the day. She tried just about everything she could find: fiber powders, digestive enzymes, even a shelf full of probiotic supplements. But nothing seemed to bring lasting relief. Then a friend gifted her a jar of real unpasteurized miso. Claire started each morning with a warm cup of miso broth, just one small change. She didn't overhaul her entire diet, but by week 2 she felt it. The bloating was gone. Her afternoons felt lighter. Her appetite found its rhythm again. The power was in the living microbes, not in the capsule. You can begin today. Try a teaspoon of miso stirred into warm water, or add a few slices of naturally fermented pickles to your plate. It's not just good for your gut, it lays the foundation for aging with grace, clarity, and calm. If you're finding this helpful, go ahead and click the like button. It helps us share these simple ideas with more seniors just like you. Up next, we'll look at a starchy food many Americans are told to avoid, yet it's one of the most protective foods for the heart and blood vessels among Japan's oldest citizens. Fearing carbs and ignoring Japanese sweet potatoes. In recent years, many people have been told to avoid carbohydrates, especially as they get older. You might have heard that cutting carbs is the key to losing weight, balancing blood sugar, or protecting your heart. And while that's true for some refined foods, not all carbs are created equal. In fact, one type of traditional food eaten daily by Okinawan elders has been linked to longevity and stronger health after 60. That food is the Japanese purple sweet potato. These beautiful, naturally sweet root vegetables were once the primary source of calories for Okinawan centenarians. For many of them, more than 60% of daily energy came from these purple tubers, and yet they lived longer, with lower rates of heart disease and dementia. The secret lies in their deep color. Purple sweet potatoes are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect blood vessels and reduce cell damage. They also contain high levels of fiber to aid digestion and stabilize blood sugar, along with potassium and vitamin C to support the heart and immune system. Unlike many starchy foods, they have a low glycemic index, meaning they release sugar slowly and don't cause sharp spikes. Dr. Hinohara often chose sweet potatoes instead of rice. He found them easier on the body and believed they helped him stay energized without strain. Let's take the story of Paul, age 69. He was living with prediabetes, often tired, and struggling to find energy throughout the day. Wanting to do the right thing, he had eliminated nearly all carbs from his diet, including the good ones. But without them, he felt drained and his sugar cravings only got worse. His nutritionist suggested something simple: steamed Japanese sweet potato. No oil, no sugar, just clean, natural food. Paul began adding half a potato to his lunch a few days each week. After 2 weeks, he noticed a difference. His energy lasted through the afternoon. His cravings became manageable, and his blood sugar readings started to stabilize. The message here is simple. You don't need to fear all carbs. You just need to choose the ones that nourish, not drain you. And sweet potatoes, especially the Japanese kind, are a comforting place to begin. As Dr. Hinohara often said, even the best foods mean little if there's no joy to go with them. And that brings us to one final lesson. It's not about what's on your plate, but how you live around it. It's not just what you eat, but how you live. There's one principle that most people overlook, but it may be more powerful than any food on your plate. It's not just what you eat, it's how you live around it. Dr. Hinohara didn't follow a strict diet. He didn't count calories or obsess over nutrition labels. Instead, he lived by rhythm, gentle, joyful, and consistent. And it was that rhythm, more than any rule, that shaped his long and healthy life. Each morning, he began with something familiar: a warm bowl of miso, a walk, or time with a book. He ate with care, but never to the point of heaviness. He took the stairs even in his 90s. He kept learning, kept smiling, and stayed curious about life. His days were simple, but never dull. He once said, "To stay young, you must find joy." Now let's meet Marie, 71. For years, she worried about every bite she took. Low carb, low sugar, low fat. Her days were filled with rules, but not with peace. It left her feeling anxious and stuck. Then she read about Dr. Hinohara and decided to shift her approach. She began walking for 20 minutes each morning. She slowed down at meals, noticing each bite. In the afternoons, she made time for tea and nothing else. She even planted a few herbs by the kitchen window, just to watch them grow. That small change in rhythm changed everything. Because health isn't only physical, it's emotional, it's mental. It's how you move through the day, with ease, with balance, with a sense of purpose. So when you think about the foods we've talked about, sweet potatoes, tofu, miso, fermented vegetables, remember, they're part of something bigger. It's not just about nutrients. It's about honoring your body, your pace, and your peace of mind. And if you're not sure where to begin with something gentle. Begin with something joyful, just like the doctor who lived to 105 and never stopped smiling along the way. 5 daily longevity habits you can start today. So where do you begin? You don't need to change everything at once. Just one habit at a time, softly, gently, at your own pace. You might start by simply eating a little less. Try stopping when you feel about 80% full. It may feel unusual at first, but over time, it gives your digestion a break, supports your energy, and helps your body feel lighter and more in balance. Another step could be adding a few plant-based proteins to your meals. Not every day, just once or twice a week. A bowl of lentils, a stir-fry with tofu, or even black beans on the side. These foods are gentle on the stomach and kind to your heart, muscles, and gut. You could also welcome a bit of fermented food into your routine. Maybe a teaspoon of miso in warm water, or a few slices of naturally fermented pickles. These small additions nourish the friendly bacteria in your gut, and that has ripple effects on everything from mood to immunity. And when it comes to carbs, don't be afraid of them. Just choose the ones that love you back. A simple Japanese sweet potato, steamed and unseasoned, can give you the kind of slow, steady energy your body truly appreciates. Finally, consider the pace of your day. Not just what you eat, but how you live. Begin your morning with something familiar. Slow down when you chew. Breathe between bites. Make time for quiet. And let joy be part of the routine, not just the reward. None of this has to happen overnight. Begin where you are, with what you have. Even one small change, one mindful meal, one calm moment, can lead you toward a stronger, more graceful way of aging. Aging isn't the end, it's the beginning. You don't need a perfect plan to live longer. What truly matters is the steady rhythm of small, thoughtful choices, made with care and repeated with intention. Maybe today it's a warm bowl of miso. Tomorrow, a few minutes of gentle movement. The day after, a pause between bites. And perhaps just the act of smiling, genuinely without rush, can be your beginning. These quiet habits may not feel dramatic, but over time they create space for something powerful. Because this journey isn't only about adding years to your life, it's about making each of those years feel more alive, more peaceful, more you. So if you're ready to begin, even in the smallest way, leave it in the comments. Let it be a quiet sign, to yourself and to others, that you're still growing, still choosing, still here. And if this video offered you something helpful, something hopeful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Sometimes all it takes is one gentle message to remind another person that aging doesn't mean fading away. It means becoming wiser, softer, stronger in ways that can't be seen but are always felt. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll gently uncover a food that seems healthy but may actually speed up aging. Until then, stay kind to your body, and don't forget, every small choice is a powerful beginning. If this video offered you something helpful, something hopeful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you want more peaceful health tips like this, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right here, every step of the way.